Hello students, today we are going to learn how to use your Flutter SDK under Android Studio and build your Flutter application using Android Studio. Now, first we have to install the Android Studio. So we'll open Chrome browser here and then we'll search for the Android Studio. So Android Studio, under the Android Studio you can build your mobile application as well as the Flutter application as well using some extension and the SDK. So here as you can see the Android Studio's official website is there, so I will click on it. Now the current version of the Android Studio which are currently running in the market is your Koala. So I will download Android Studio. Here are some terms and the condition. I will click on yes, agree, and then download. After clicking on the download button, it will ask you to save the file. So I am saving the file under my downloads folder. So we'll wait for some time to complete the download the setup. Now the next part, we have to download the Flutter SDK as well, because by default if you are installing the Android Studio now, then you will get the Java extension and you can create the mobile application of the Android only. Flutter supports your multiple platform like Android as well as for your iOS operating system and the website as well. So if you want to create multiple application using a single code, then you can use the Flutter. So let's download the Flutter SDK now. So you just have to search for the Flutter. Here's the official website of the Flutter. So flutter.dev, I will click on it. Now as you can see, build for any screen. You can create your website, mobile application, tablet PCs application, iOS, iPadOS, anything. Now as you can see here, it's a fast, productive as well as flexible as well. Now let's see. So as you can see, here is a tablet. So if you are creating one application, it can run on the multiple platform. Now let's see the download section. So click on the get started. So I will click on get started. Here you will get the multiple options. First is your Windows. As I'm currently using the Windows operating system, so I will click on the Windows. Then it is a first type of the app. Currently I want to make the Android application, that's why I am clicking on the Android. So as you can see, the minimum requirement for your Flutter is core requires is 4, that is quad core processor should be there. Also if you have the recommended one with the octa core. Similarly, if you want to install it, you will need minimum 8 GB of the RAM. So I have the basic configuration, so I will click on the download part. So now here you are getting two options. First one is use VS Code to install, and second one is your download and install the SDK directly. So you can implement the Flutter application using the VS Code as well, but currently we are using the Android Studio for better UI and the IDE. So I will click on the download. So we'll save the SDK file under my downloads folder. We'll wait for some time to complete the process. So after completion of the setup, you can go to the downloads folder. Here you will get the Flutter zip file. So first we'll extract our zip file. Just right click on the folder or the zip file and click on the extract. You have to extract the your SDK under the C folder. It will be better, so I will extract it under my C drive. Click on extract. So just wait to completion. So after extracting the folder from your zip file, you have to place the main folder which is extracted from the zip file in the C drive. If you are extracting it directly to the C drive, it will be better, so that you will get some permission which is needed. They all will be granted directly to your folder, so it will be better to extract the folder directly to your C drive. So we are just waiting to complete the process. So after completion, you will get one Flutter file. So I will just check whether is it. So I will copy it and will paste under my C drive. As you can see, I am pasting it outside of all the folder directly in the C drive. Now that's it. After completion, I will close this Explorer. Just close the browser as well. We'll wait for some time. Now we have to set up the environment for the Flutter. So we'll need one file location that is under C drive. We had pasted our Flutter SDK. So just open the Flutter SDK. I am again showing you. Just go to the C drive, Flutter. Under the Flutter, you will get one bin folder. So just copy this file location. I'm copying this file location and search edit environment. So you will get one option there, edit environment. I am again searching it, edit environment variable. So after getting the edit environment variable, I will click on it. Here, if you are getting the path, you can edit it, but if you are not getting the path variable, you can create one new variable with the name path. So as I had already created one path for my Python, so I will create one more path for my Flutter as well. So just double click on the path variable, click on new, and just paste your Flutter bin address. Now I will click on OK. Then again here as well, let's see. Here you are getting the path variable which will be reflected here as well. Now I will click on OK. Just refresh your PC and then search for the CMD. Now run your CMD as administrator and then search for and then type the Flutter command. So let's see, is it working or not? If it is working, then you had set yes. So now I had set up the Flutter SDK correctly. Now the basic or the main command for your Flutter is your Flutter doctor. You will get, if you want to know about your SDK, if you want to know about the variable setting, you just have to run the Flutter doctor. It will give you the basic and the detailed information about your Flutter SDK, like your Flutter is properly set it up into your Android Studio or not, you have your VS Code or not, and the rest of the thing you can get know using the Flutter doctor command. Now as you can see here, the tick marks, I have Flutter, I have Windows version installed, that is 10 or the higher, but I don't have the Android Studio now. Also, I have the Chrome browser, but we do not have the Visual Studio. So first, we have to install our Android Studio. So we'll close it. We'll go to the downloads again, and then we'll install our latest version of the Android Studio. Please be sure you have to install the latest version only. So I will click, just wait, yes, and then click on next. Android Studio and the virtual device, yes, I want both of them. I want to install it under the C drive. I will click on install, then just wait for some time to complete the process. Now after completion, click on next and then start Android Studio by clicking on the finish. So don't send. Now the rest of the setup, I want standard version of the Android Studio. Here are some SDK and the other things which you have to install. I will click on next. Now you have to accept everything. Then similarly for the second one, accept. So I will accept both of them and click on finish now. Will wait. So after completion, you will get some instruction like your Android SDK is up to date. But as you can see here, Intel HAXM installation failed. Currently, we don't need this HAMX, so I will finish my setup here. Now, as you can see, you can create a new project, but I don't want to create a new project. I want to create new Flutter project. That's why I will click on plugin, and under the plugin, as you can see here, you are getting the Flutter plugin. So I will click on install. I will accept. It is asking me that to install the Flutter plugin. Yes, I will accept. Now wait, yeah, restart IDE. I will restart my IDE now. As you can see here, we are getting one new option, new Flutter project. Once again, we'll verify that is my Flutter is installed or not. So okay, now Flutter is installed, Flutter plugin is installed, as well as we need one more plugin which is your Dart. So Dart is also installed with the Flutter plugin. So we are ready to create our new Flutter project now. So we'll click on the project part. Now, as you know, we are going to create a new Flutter project. So we'll click on new Flutter project. Now, here we are getting various options available. So we are going to select the Flutter, and after clicking on the Flutter, you have to select the SDK path. So here we are not getting the path of our SDK. So we'll click on the three dots, will redirect towards the Flutter which is under my C folder. Now I will click on create again. So after declaration of the name, I will create my Flutter project. As you can see, my first, yeah, allow the EDB. Now just minimize this one, use the full screen, wait to download this file. No thanks. Now let's see, we'll run our first Flutter application. Here we'll click on device selection. As you can see, we are getting a three different devices. First one is Chrome browser, second one is Edge browser, third one is your Windows desktop application. As you know, we didn't install the Visual Studio yet, so we have to run our application into the two browsers. First one is your Chrome or the Edge. Also, if you want to run your device on the mobile devices, you can create your emulator as well. Here you are getting the option of the device manager. You can create your emulator as well, but currently we are using the browser. So we'll click on the Chrome browser and then we'll click on the run button. It's the first run, so it will take some time to run your application. So as you can see here, you are getting one output window. It's the Chrome browser only. Our first Flutter application is executed now. Now, as you can see, after clicking on the increment button, your counter will increase. It's the by default application which is created using the Flutter. Now, in the next session or in the next video, we'll see how to create our own widgets, how to use the already created widgets and create our one dynamic application using the Flutter. So thank you so much for watching this video.